U.S. President Donald Trump has provided an update on the Iran war. Posting on Truth Social, he says the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports will now be lifted, allowing ships caught in the Strait of Hormuz to head home. President Trump added that he will be in the Situation Room to make a final determination on the war.
It is a bit confusing because it sounds like in some parts of the post that it's a done deal, and then he ends it by saying he's headed into the Situation Room. Again, this was about an hour ago, to make a final determination. But he does list what he believes is in the agreement, that the Iranians will agree to never have a nuclear weapon, that the Strait of Hormuz will open immediately, no tolls, he said, in either direction. He said the U.S. had pretty much gotten rid of most of the mines in the Strait, but that the Iranians would go and disable the rest, if any, that remained. He said that the naval blockade, which will now be lifted. So that makes it sound like it's a definitive, but then he goes on to say the U.S. will remove the nuclear dust, as he calls it, that's the enriched uranium that's believed to be buried fairly deep underground. He says the U.S., with Iran's cooperation and the IAEA, are going to basically go in, get it, and destroy it. That has been a very big point of contention for the Iranians. And he said no money will be exchanged until further notice, adding other issues far less important have also been agreed to, but doesn't go into detail. And then he said he's going to go in the Situation Room to make a final determination, and thank you for your attention to this matter, which he often ends his posts with. So if this was the case, and again, we have to say if, because we have heard, although not in this great of detail in the past, we've heard the Trump administration, the president himself, indicate that a deal has been reached, only to find out that in fact it hasn't. And if this was in fact the deal, it would be the entire wish list of what the U.S. was demanding, and none of the concessions that Iranians were asking for.